Research misconduct. What do you mean by research misconduct? Actually, research misconduct refers to the intentional fabrication, falsification, or plagiarism of data or results in the process of proposing, conducting, reviewing, or reporting research. So here we can see different types of research misconduct. First one is fabrication. It means making up data or results and recording or reporting them. Making up data or results that were not actually obtained from research. It is fabrication. Falsification. Falsification means manipulating research materials or changing or omitting data or results such that research is not accurately represented in the research record. That means intentionally altering or manipulating existing data to fit desired result. It is falsification. Plagiarism. Plagiarism means presenting someone else's work as your own without proper attribution. The appropriation of another person's ideas, processes, results, or words without giving appropriate credit. This is plagiarism. Actually, research misconduct doesn't include honest error or differences of opinion. Plagiarism, as we said earlier, plagiarize means to steal or pass off the ideas or words of another as one's own. According to the Merriam-Webster online dictionary, to plagiarize means to steal and pass off the ideas or words of another as one's own. Another meaning is to use another's production without crediting the source. Actually, in other words, plagiarism is an act of fraud. It is an act of fraud. It involves both stealing someone else's work and lying about it afterward. Okay. Retraction. Retraction means a withdrawal of a statement or something like this. In the research field, the retraction of an article is the removal of an already published article from a journal. This decision may be made by the journal's editor or editorial board when an article may be retracted. Actually, a paper usually retracted due to plagiarism. Like, as for example, here we can see a paper having a plagiarism. That's why it is retracted. Paper retracted due to plagiarism. If the article plagiarizes previously published work. Paper retracted due to no match with references to. That means if the context doesn't match the references. So this is an example of such article. So there are okay. So we can say the articles may be retracted when their findings are no longer considered trustworthy due to scientific misconduct or error. They plagiarize previously published work, or they are found to violate ethical guidelines. Okay. In this slide, we can see different types of plagiarism, like global plagiarism, paraphrasing plagiarism, verbatim plagiarism, mosaic plagiarism, self-plagiarism, incorrect citation. Global plagiarism. It means presenting an entire text by someone else as your own work. Paraphrasing plagiarism. Paraphrasing someone else's ideas without citation. Verbatim plagiarism. It means directly copying a passage of text without citation. Mosaic plagiarism. It means combining text and ideas from different sources without citation. What is self-plagiarism? Self-plagiarism means reusing passages and ideas from your own previously submitted work. Incorrect citation means failing to give all the necessary information in your source citation. So now we can see how to avoid common types of plagiarism. There are different ways to avoid plagiarism. Like cite your source, include quotations, paraphrase, present your own idea, use a plagiarism checker. Okay. Cite your sources. Here we can say we should always give credit to the original authors by including citations in the body of our work and on a reference page. We can use in-text citation to reference the original source of a quote or paraphrase. So this is a style of a citation, actually, how we can cite a source. Firstly, we can mention author name, then source title, then publication date, then publisher name, then page number, then URL or DOI online sources link. That's it. In such a way, we can cite any sources, any source. Okay. Cite the original source. In text citation, briefly identify the source. In text citation, when we cite information in text, in such text citations, briefly identify the source. A reference list give full source information. In any scientific paper, we can see there is a reference list. A reference list give actually full source information. And there are different types of established methods of citing any sources. We can use any established reference method like APA, MLA, Chicago. These are the established reference method, referencing method. Here we can see APA citation example. How can we cite or how can we cite any sources? This is an example. And this style is known as APA citation style. In text citation, we can mention any source like this. For instance, this is an information. If we think this is an information, then we can cite the source like this way: author's name, year, and page number of the article. That's it. But in the reference list, we should put the entire a complete reference source, like author's name, years, the article title, and the publisher name, like this. This is a style of citation known as APA citation style. So quote and paraphrase. This is another way to avoid paraphrasing. These two ways of sharing information from a source, like quoting. What is quoting? Quoting means copying the author's exact word and use quotation mark. But in case of paraphrasing, paraphrasing means putting the text into your own words without any quotation mark. This is paraphrasing. So these are important ways to avoid plagiarism. Paraphrasing is very effective way, and we can do paraphrasing by putting the text into your own words without quotation mark. Okay, there is an example of quoting and paraphrasing. Like in case of quoting, we can use the information under a quotation mark. without changing any words or sentence. But in case of paraphrasing, we should put the text into our own words without quotation mark, like this. These are the same information, but here we used a quotation. We used the information by quotation mark. But in the paraphrasing, in case of paraphrasing, uh, uh, we changed the we put the information uh, um, into our own words. That's it. These are the basic difference between quoting and paraphrasing. And here we can see paraphrasing tools, which is known as Quillboard. It is a paraphrasing and summarizing tool that helps millions of students and professionals. How we can do this? For instance, this is information, these paragraphs containing significant information. For instance, we can assume this is the information which we need to paraphrase. So when we put the information in this part, then we can select any option like a standard, fluency, creative, such. There are several options. If, for instance, if we click a standard, then the information will be converted, will be paraphrased to like this. Okay. So in such a way, we can avoid plagiarism. This is a very effective tool actually. Use a plagiarism checker. It is an important tool to detect plagiarism. There are several effective online tools to detect plagiarism, like Turnitin, Grammarly, Authenticate, Check, Google. What is Turnitin? Turnitin, this plagiarism checker is used by many courses and programs and is available through Brightspace. This detection is often in official use for a course and used to check submissions automatically against a variety of sources. Grammarly. You may know Grammarly for their writing improvement and proofreading tools, but it also has a robust and useful plagiarism detector. Authenticate. It is a web-based service that helps identify potential plagiarism in documents by comparing them to a large database of content. Check. This is another version of Turnitin available for students, Google. While there is not terribly effective, while it's not terribly effective, some teachers use a search engine to detect plagiarism. This works if you copy and paste direct course, but it's sensitive enough to identify paraphrasing. Actually, Turnitin and Authenticate are the most effective tools, and most of the reputed journals from renowned publishers usually use these two tools to detect plagiarism. So we can suggest anyone to use Turnitin and Authenticate. These two tools are very effective. Okay, so that's all. Thanks for your patience and best wishes.